Travis thinks they're overdoing it. And the NFL actually issued a statement pushing back, which is kind of dumb, frankly. Just let it go. We know what the NFL is doing. They're leaning into it fully and completely because they can make money from it. And Taylor's making money from it. I mean, every pregame show, every game, what was there? There was a commercial for that movie that's going to gross $1 billion that comes out on October 13. And look, I respect this. And I'm a big proponent of hard work, but I'm also a big proponent of taking the work you've already put it in and leveraging it to other revenue streams. She did that concert tour. They filmed it, and now they're going to put it in theaters, and it's going to make $1 billion. So, is the NFL overdoing it? Yes. Is Travis Kelce in a position to complain about it? No. Is Taylor Swift in a position to complain about it? No. She likes it. He likes it. They all like it. They're all making money from it. And this idea that celebrities, he also said celebrities don't go to these games to be put on TV. Really? I thought he was a celebrity. I thought he understood how it works. The very existence of celebrity is to see and be seen. You don't go to a game thinking, oh, I'm going to try to hide behind this disguise. You sit courtside at the basketball game. You sit in the suite at the football game.
You
don't
sit behind home plate at the baseball game.
You go in your full glory.
Yes, exactly.
God,
yeah,
ringside at a boxing match. You want to be seen there. You want your legend to grow.
I'm not mad at anybody here.
I love you, Travis.
I mean, embrace it. It is what it is right now. First off, I love when they show the stars of the game. It's an event. It makes the game seem bigger. It feels bigger watching on TV, right? So it adds to it. And of course, it's the greatest sport in our country right now. The most popular. It's not even close. So yeah, I mean, I love that. I think the network should always do that, no matter what. And then too, like, yeah, so what? The NFL's capitalizing on the fact that, yeah, there's a faction of the world and America that never really watched football, but because the most famous person in the world is watching it, now there's more watching and all that. Like, so what? What business doesn't do that? And then that's Taylor Swift's a business too. And so is, Travis Kelce. So I'm not mad at any of it, and I think it's fun. And I'm really kind of liking seeing the star-studded environment we're seeing out there around Taylor Swift and all that.
And here's the bottom line: regardless of how real or not real this relationship may be, and there are plenty of people who think it's fugazi, that it's calculated. I choose to be optimistic about the romantic aspect of it, and two people have found each other and they're laying the foundation for a possible life together, et cetera, et cetera. But Travis Kelce's 34. He turns 34 today, and he's been very open with his aspirations post-football. He wants to be an actor. There have been plenty of players who think they're going to be actors who just aren't any good at it and can't get off the ground with it, and just think you just show up and look good and be big and strong and you can become The Rock. It doesn't happen that way. But with this plutonium that Travis Kelce has gotten his hands on, it can happen. So whether he intended it or not, this is the gateway for him to do exactly what it is that he's trying to do. And it all supposed to seem natural, but at some level, if it's a little contrived, if it's a little engineered, if it's a little ends justifies the means, if it's a little bit it helps me get to where I want to go in my next career, so be it. Again, I respect the hustle.
They're riding the wave. I do think it, I got pretty good knowledge that it happened organically. I do. I do think it's real there. Now, are they going to ride the wave of, hey, I can get this because of this now, and I can do that because of this now? Sure. I mean, we all would. Right? But I don't know. I think pretty much like the page 6 up here and all of that, I'm pretty sure they reported Kelce maybe stayed at Taylor Swift's apartment Sunday night or was there for a significant amount of time, right? I mean, I don't think these guys, they're going through all these hoops just to be like, hey, I'm going to go buy the apartment just to fool the paparazzi so they think we're even more real, right? I don't think it's going that far. I do think this is real, and yeah, they're kind of just, having fun with it like a lot of stars do in this department.
Well, if it is real or not, we know how these things go. They rarely last 50 years. Other than Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward, they rarely last 50 years. So at some point, it's going to have the highs and lows, boy meets girl, boy loses girl, maybe boy finds girl again, who knows. But the NFL is milking it for all it's worth while it lasts, and Travis Kelce thinks the NFL is overdoing it. I think the NFL is overdoing it. You think the NFL is overdoing it. I don't have a problem with it in theory. I don't think you have a problem with it in theory.
Nope.
And I fully expect it to continue, and I expect her to be it. I mean, she knows at this point, after going to 2 games, she knows what's going to happen when she goes. If she shows up at US Bank Stadium on Sunday, we know what's going to happen. They got that Thursday night game coming up against the Broncos. We know what's going to happen if she's there. If she keeps going, it's going to continue to be a spectacle, and the ratings will show. I don't know. Will people get used to it at some point? I think at some point. I don't know. Are the Swifties so smitten with any opportunity to see Taylor Swift that they're going to tune into football even if they're not interested, that they're just going to keep doing it? Oh, today's the day that I get to see Taylor having a drink and talking to her friends. She's not performing. It's just her kind of in an open-air party that you can see on TV. Like, for how long is that going to attract her fans to tune into these games?
I'm with you. I mean, they're going to tune in. They're the craziest, awesomest, most loyal fan base I've ever seen in my life, let alone she's the most popular thing in the world. Like I said, I grew up in the Michael Jackson, Madonna era. I don't remember anybody except for Michael Jackson maybe ever having a summer like I just saw with Taylor Swift. That's what I'll just say. I mean, she had a concert in an 80,000 stadium, and she could have had another concert outside the stadium if she wanted. I never saw anything. Every night, the news, local, national, whatever, it was Taylor Swift. I mean, the freaking girl dipped ranch and ketchup together, and Heinz was like, let's produce a bottle of Heinz and ketchup and ranch together and start selling it because the Swifties saw it, and they put it out the next week. I mean, it's insane. It's really insane, and I'm enjoying it. I really am. I think it's cool.
I heard on the Jaguars-Falcons broadcast that she's got 6 shows, 6 at Wembley Stadium, sold out next summer. 6 already sold out next summer. Wembley is gigantic, and when you allow people to fill it's like 80, 90, 100,000 people in there. 6 shows sold out at Wembley Stadium next summer. All right.
You love this subject. For everybody out there, Florio was pissed we were going to come back with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. This got nothing to do with anything we're going to talk about. I don't want to talk. I told you I didn't want it, Pete. I didn't want it. And you sound like you're the biggest fanboy around right here. I mean, come on.
Let's be realistic. What happened was when we got the outline last night, this was supposed to be all of segment 2, and it became all of segment 2. But there's so much else going on. What is there to really say about it? And we've discovered about 10 minutes worth of things to say about it.
Exactly.
So I guess there's plenty to still be said about it. But it is kind of funny that Travis Kelce is trying to push back against it. I mean, and maybe he's just trying to be modest, trying to be measured. I don't know. He benefits from it. She benefits from it. NFL benefits from it. The only danger, Chris, is this. By leaning into it the way the NFL is, you're going to cause people to think that the NFL now has favoritism for the Chiefs, and that fuels this thing about the holding penalty on Sauce Gardner. There was that play, the long Isaiah Pacheco run, where one of the Chiefs' offensive linemen grabs the leg. He does a wrestling move, grabs the leg and rolls, does the gator roll with the guy's leg to keep him from getting to Pacheco. You're going to have people who think that the league is looking the other way on Chiefs penalties and overcalling fouls on their opponents because they want the Chiefs to win, because this makes the story better. Taylor Swift is there, and they keep winning. And they keep winning, and she keeps showing up, and they keep winning, and they keep winning. And the NFL is trying to help them win. That's the danger of leaning into this, because you're going to have people who think that something is going on. And I don't think something is going on, but I think people will think something is going on. Chris, that's the harm of the NFL embracing this too strong.
I hear you that. I hear you. I mean, you're right. I know. And people already have that thought a little bit about the Chiefs, that they get breaks and they get all the calls. And, again, that goes with the territory with any great team we've ever saw. People were saying the same thing with the Patriots. People were saying the same thing about the Bulls in the 90s, whatever. But yeah, I hear what you're saying there. I do.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.